Here's what I'm going to do. As a compromise, 1943 will go in B tier.
At last, games that weren't made before the Revolutionary War.
Next up is Bad Company 2. I'm just going to go ahead and put this in S tier.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait just a minute there, Obama.
And yet again, Donald will roast another good Battlefield title.
I can appreciate good games, Joe. I just don't think you should be dumbasses putting Bad Company 2 in S tier when it's so clearly a low A at best.
Then why the fuck are you rating this gem so low?
I'll tell you exactly why. Prepare to get schooled.
Prepare to get a 5 IQ take.
The graphics were just plain ass and don't hold up today.
The graphics are fine, Donald. It's your dumbass who can't get past them.
Don't blow a gasket, Joe. Settle down and let me finish.
I don't have to listen to your bullshit, Donald.
Yeah, you do, bitch. The teamwork in this game was dog shit, no point to squads, and revives count as deaths. Whose fucking idea was that? Yours, Joe?
Trump's skill issue.
Fuck you!
Donald, those are minor problems. Bad Company 2 had an epic multiplayer. It introduced the first good destruction system and had one of the best DLCs to date. Vietnam.
The returning characters from the first game were hilarious and fit the theme really well. And Rush was just epic in this title.
Joe, I agree the returning boys were funny and the destruction physics were finally done right. But those alone don't give it an S tier.
We don't have to listen to this fool Barack.
I'm just going to reluctantly put it in A tier. Donald does make a point, which is more than usual. Also, I'm not having a repeat of Battlefield 2 with me sitting here for 40 minutes while you two dumbasses argue again.
This is bullshit, Barack.
You just know my takes are right.
Now, here we have Battlefield 3. I pray that everyone agrees it's an S tier this time.
No arguments from me. 3 is an excellent title.
Thank fuck for that.
It has great graphics, arguably the best multiplayer of the entire series. The Damavand Peak base jump is a fucking incredible sight to behold. You got the whole squad parachuting together. Great times.
Both the weapon and vehicle variety in this game were sick. The class system was done very well, and it had some epic maps like Operation Metro. It's the blueprint of what a Battlefield game should be. Joe, you've been very quiet about this game. You okay?
His geriatric ass probably fell asleep again.
I didn't fall asleep, you dumbass.
Sure, Biden. Always seems to happen to you, doesn't it?
Look, 3 had some great DLC. Also, my favorite thing to do in the game was take out the plebs on the ground as I zoom in my fighter jet. But I just can't give it an S tier.
What the fuck are you smoking, Joe?
Joe, this is Battlefield 3 we're talking about here, just so you know.
The campaign just doesn't hit the feels. The story felt real shallow.
Oh my fucking
Joe, you're
God.
coming to this conclusion based on the campaign of all things.
Can't fucking believe this bitch.
Yes, I goddamn am. I want to be immersed in the game when I'm playing. 3's campaign was so mid.
Biden, you dumbass.
Don't even get me started about the jet mission. You're just pointing and clicking there the entire fucking time.
Why aren't I surprised? Of course this bitch is going to let the campaign affect his ranking.
I'm using my authority here to put 3 in S. I'm sick and fucking tired of these dumbass takes.
Fine. But just so you know, that renders this list void at making any sense.
Joe, these lists always turn out shit. I don't even know why we bother with them. I could be getting some sick dubs in Fortnite, but instead I'm here.
Okay, gentlemen, we now arrive at the most goated game of them all. Battlefield 4.
Now, the best Battlefield game of all time. I was annoyed at launch with what a buggy mess it was. The kills around corners in particular. But DICE worked their asses off, and it surpassed 3 in the end. It's got the most content by far and a true S tier.
The Phantom Bow Quest was so much fun. And if there was a god tier for multiplayer, I'd give it to 4.
At last, Joe, we agree on something.
4 was just the best. It had practically limitless weapon customization and the destructible maps. Chef's kiss.
I have to say, though, how are you fine with 4 when its campaign was objectively worse than 3? I think that dementia-ridden pea-sized brain is showing again, Joe.
1v1 me on Smash, bitch.
Anytime, anywhere.
I'm happy to say that 4 is going in S tier. Now a controversial one, Battlefield Hardline.
So fucking mid. And it's not even a true Battlefield game.
Speaking about what matters to me, its campaign was just a shitty police TV show. Its player count was so low because everyone just went back to 4, so DICE has to keep making DLC for 4 yet again.
Come on, guys. Sure, it wasn't the best, but it had a real unique setting for a Battlefield game. It was an interesting experimental departure, and you can't deny it turned out to be a decent game.
Keyword here, game. This is a Battlefield tier list, and this cops and robbers shit doesn't cut it. Visceral Games' one and only entry to the Battlefield series was complete ass.
Looks like I'm fucking beat here. Can we compromise on Hardline being a B tier?
I guess if it means we get to move along.
Does anyone know where George got to?
He got butthurt when we started talking about the desert settings. He's such a pussy.
Dumbass really thought we wouldn't mention his Sand Wars.
Moving right along, fellas, we have Battlefield 1. Personally, I think it had amazing graphics. The World War I setting helped breathe new life into the franchise, and it had some truly great maps.
This one is a true S tier. The war stories really pull you into personal mini-stories, allowing for a more varied campaign. And the First World War was a really great choice. It's probably the most immersive game out there about that war.
How in the flying fuck can you give Battlefield 1 an S tier rating? Its guns were just the same variations of each other. It had practically no weapon customization.
What the fuck, Trump?
That's not all. It's so clear this game was made for a mass audience. The normies. And the vehicle classes being introduced was so shit.
Donald, a mass audience is a good thing for the franchise. Gets more players in.
Just deducted from the Battlefield feels such a B-tier game.
Donald's right on some points here, Joe. Gameplay-wise, it felt emptier than previous titles.
You can't seriously be agreeing with him, can you?
Not exactly. I can't fault the time period. I'd give it an A tier.
Again with the setting. I'm playing a video game, not watching the fucking History Channel.
Since none of us can agree, let's meet in the middle and put in A, which is between S and B.
What is this shit, Obama? Battlefield 1 is the
L.
best of the recent 4 titles.
I'll take.
You can't honestly be putting it lower than it deserves
L.
when you're well aware of what's coming
Take
next.
the L, Biden.
Go back to McDonald's Trump. You were much quieter eating your Big Macs.
Enough, guys. We're nearly done. Now we're on Battlefield 5.
That shit was buggier than Biden's asshole.
It had some more customization, and again, the setting was interesting, but it was too goddamn rushed and buggy.
Yeah, I agree. It had half the dev time of Battlefield 1, which didn't help. There were some good aspects, though. The ray tracing looked beautiful, and there were some decent maps. I'd put it around B tier.
This piece of crap has to go into D tier. They changed the medic system so everyone can revive. What the hell were they thinking? There was the whole political drama on top of the manual healing and unbearable microtransactions.
I'm with the Donald here, Barack. As much as it pains me to say, 5 has to be banished to the Shadow Realm. D tier.
I know everyone piles on 5, but fine. I'll put it in the middle at C as we're nearly done.
Well, shit, I'll agree. Just because I want the sweet release of not making another tier list with you losers.
Nice to know we're loved, Donald.
At last, we've reached the final Battlefield game, 2042.
Complete and utter shit.
One of the worst games I've ever played.
Deadass, the maps are so bad, they're already redesigning them. And their servers can't even run 128 players well.
They removed the class system, making people use specialists. It had no content until a year into release. Ass vehicle variety, which don't need skill to play.
Yeah, gang, I was really hoping things would turn around with 2042, but shit hit the fan with this one. The graphics were decent, and I guess infantry was good too.
Hey guys, what's up? What are you all doing here?
Not right now, Ben, we're busy. Would you kindly fuck off?
I really could have done without a headache today.
Well, if you must know, we're ranking Battlefield 2042 on a tier list against all the others.
Oh, that's easy. 2042 is objectively an S tier.
You're fucking dead, Shapiro.
I'm on speed dial to the FBI.
What the fuck are you talking about, Ben?
I'm about to destroy you motherfuckers with facts and logic.
Oh, great. Here we fucking go.
2042 had the epic hover mobiles. The building climbing was incredible, and the portals concept gave the game so much more scope. You could retroactively play so many time
A
periods.
SWAT team's on the way, Ben. You better run.
Obama, drone strike this slimy-ass 2042 loving
Well,
bitch.
you guys can't handle facts. I'm running for president in 2024, and I'm gonna bull.
I apologize for that interruption, gentlemen.
Just put 2042 in F and call it a day.
It has some merit which deserves a D, but we're done now anyway, so into F it goes.
Well, shit, guys, we're done at last. Anyone want to get owned by the Rushmaster?
In your dreams, Bidome. Battlefield 4 right now.
Sure, Trump, we'll see about that.
Michelle's just finished supper, but I'll join you after that.
Oh, guys, you can apologize to me now. Guys? All right, this ain't funny anymore. Hello, can anyone hear me? Shit. I'll leave and rejoin, see if that fixes it.